Hello, my friends on YouTube. I welcome you this time, and today we are going to speak about one person to unmask Muhammad about the murder of another person. Actually, they are two people because they are somehow connected with one another. The person that Muhammad have hated so much, his name is Uqba ibn Abu Mu'ayt. He hated him so much. However, there was another person whom we could call good-hearted person. He doesn't like to challenge anybody, and like we see these people these days, like, okay, you believe you are a prophet, that's your business. I don't have to believe in you, but I'm not going to persecute you either. That's between you and God. If God wants you to be blessed and to advance, that's between you and your God. But I don't believe it. But anyway, I will treat you as a human being. Okay, that person, his name was Ubay ibn Khalaf. Ubay ibn Khalaf. Okay, Ubay ibn Khalaf was one of the prominent people of Mecca before Muhammad migrated to Medina. Most educated people were really angry with Muhammad and they persecuted him, or at least they told him, what you are teaching is nonsense. We know it from before. You don't have anything authentic or new, so get lost. Practically. However, this man, he didn't criticize him. He didn't say good or bad. And the nature of people of Arabia, at least back then, they will have a feast or a party for the town they live in, and they will invite the prominent people of their status to come and eat, enjoy a meal together. So that person who doesn't like to challenge Muhammad, out of the goodness of his heart, even though Muhammad was really not well respected, to be invited, because yes, maybe they invited him on the foundation that he was married to his wife Khadija, whom she was a merchant herself, but not on his own merit, not on his own foundation. Okay? So he was invited. It seems to be like the tradition of the Arabian people at this time. If I invite you into my home and I make like a barbecue party, big meal, and I invite you to eat and you don't eat, that will be an insult. And to the tradition of the Arabs back then, that would be very bad for me. If I invite you and you don't eat, something wrong. So this man, Ubay ibn Khalaf, he invited all the prominent people of Quraysh or Mecca. One of them was Muhammad. And instead of saying thank you for recognizing me as a prominent man, he used this to twist the man's arm. So Muhammad forced many people using the sword to submit to Islam, but he used a different type of force to force this man to become a Muslim. So he is a guest in his home and he makes a condition. He tells him, I will not touch the food unless you testify that you became a Muslim and you testify that I am the Prophet of Allah. Unless you say that, I will not eat. So according to the tradition of the region, the man will be looked down at, and he is one of the most, like the leaders in a position of a top, like prime minister or one of the biggest merchant, like let's say Bill Gates or some of this category. So he embarrassed him. He put him in a difficult situation. I will not eat unless you testify that I am the Prophet of Allah. So the man said it, but not from his heart. He said it lip service, only with his mouth, so that Muhammad would eat, and the night will pass without any incident. Muhammad took this and he started to advertise it, that one of the top leader of Mecca now is a Muslim. So he started to embarrass the man publicly. And then the news came to the person that I introduced first. His name is Uqba ibn Abu Mu'ayt. He said, this is impossible, let me find out. So he went and he asked his friend Ubay ibn Khalaf, is that true, you became a Muslim? He told him, I didn't become a Muslim. I said it lip service, so just for him to eat. Otherwise he would embarrass me in front of the guests. But I'm not a Muslim. I said it lip service. So he told him, yeah, this is an embarrassment for the top people of Mecca. Go and humiliate this guy in public. At least this is what the Muslim books narrates. We don't know what he told him exactly, but this is the only written history in front of us, and it is Islamic history. I doubt it is integrity. I doubt it very much, but there is nothing else. He told him, go and spit in his face. And there is another point here. Here is, you are a man of integrity, a man of a high status, you are a very wealthy man. The story does not fit. A man tells you have to say I'm a Muslim, and then you obey, and then your friend comes and say go and spit in his face, and you just obey. Where is your, I mean, normally if you are a businessman, you have your own will. A businessman, he asserts his own dominion over his word, and it doesn't hold water. The story, it seems to be the Muslim put it together to make Muhammad looks good and strong and the agent of God, while all these people are just evil. I think the whole, in terms of murder and killing, I believe, yes, Muhammad killed and he commanded his people to kill. However, the stories in the books, they don't make any sense. They don't. So his friend told him, you must go and spit in Muhammad's face, and the prominent man goes and spit in Muhammad's face. Alright. Then what happened? Muhammad put them both in his head. He didn't forgive them. He didn't say, well, that's the path of faith. You have to endure pain and suffering and humiliation. No. The guy who was mild with him, he got killed in one of Muhammad's invasions, called Invasion of Badr. 1 year later, Muhammad, by his own hand, he killed Uqba ibn Abu Mu'ayt himself with his own hand, okay, with his own lance. He threw the lance at him, it hit the man, and he got killed. And the Muslim, if you Google his name, they make story that some of them, at least that was in the video, was in Arabic, that the guy was, they tried to make it like David and Goliath, that the guy was so well armed, he had armored all over him except only his eyes. Only his eyes. And Muhammad took a lance from one of his followers, and he saw the lance, and the lance comes right between the guy's eyes. You can tell they try to make it looks like David and Goliath, but the whole thing, it's not fitting. It's not fitting. Anyway, Muhammad killed this man with his own hand, and the other man also, he commanded one of his followers when he was caught to kill him. He didn't remember that this man was mild with him, and he didn't persecute him, and he only got angry because Muhammad twisted his arm. He couldn't let that go. This is the Prophet of Allah. This is the man who is supposed to be the last messenger, coming with the message of mercy, peace, and love. If this is love, peace, and mercy, what is the opposite of this? I can't imagine. Anyway, this is to uncover and unmask the filth and the destruction of this guy. Thank you very much. Hope to see you again. Please comment, please ask questions if I missed something. Thank you.